before we go live.
Well, it's too late because I was going to say it's swirling, but now we're live. Do you feel like asking it with the world watching? 0 viewers so far.
Yes, Nathan and 0 viewers. Can you hear my air conditioner?
No, I cannot.
Awesome. Then I get to be cool for this whole thing.
All right. Well, let's begin it. Hello, Idiots on Parade, the Too Ugly for TV podcast. We mock the news so you don't have to. I am Nathan Timmel, stand-up comedian in Iowa City. With me, as always, is Jake Vevra, comedian in New York City. Hello, Jake.
How's it going, man?
All is well here. I want you and our 1 viewer so far. Oh, well, Ultra and Rich are both here. Hello. It says we have 1, but we have 2 comments. I want to let you know that the entire time I was giving the I'm Nathan Timmel I was holding in a burp, I was swallowing it, and then I didn't burp over your hello. So we're starting off perfect with me swallowing burps and not burping into the microphone.
Sacrifices. That's like a marathon runner shitting their pants at mile 13.
Yes, I love it. Exactly like that. All right, Jake, we got to jump right into the biggest news story of the week. And I love the fact that, we'll talk about the fact that the bombing of the Iranian nuclear facilities didn't do jack shit. We'll talk about the fact the Epstein Files are still in the news. But I love nothing more than watching something go viral. I saw the clip at like 11 p.m. of the CEO, the couple on the Coldplay cam. I thought it was funny. I went to bed. I wake up the next morning. It is every news story. It is every meme. Everyone is sharing it. Here's my favorite part.
Honestly, for the longest time.
No, you didn't see it because I came across it. I'm like, oh, that's funny. And then it blew up.
Honestly, I was seeing so many memes of Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's face being photoshopped onto there. I thought it was genuinely a pic of theirs until I was seeing other people, and I'm like, oh, they photoshopped these 2 random people's face. Oh, that's the original photo.
Did you see the best one I've seen is James Hetfield and Dave Mustaine. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But
I've seen Epstein and Trump. That's good.
I've seen Epstein and Trump. I was going to say
Trump is not the lady.
Rich says he feels bad for the spouses. I want to talk about that. My wife was a little, I don't want to say hot this morning. She was like, everybody's talking about, oh, he's cheating on his wife. He's cheating. We don't know what she's like. Maybe she's a horrible person. Maybe he's a horrible person. Maybe they're both horrible people and they deserve one another. We don't know anything. All we know is that he's a piece of shit for cheating.
Maybe they have an arrangement. Maybe they have an
marriage. We don't know.
I don't give a shit.
The funny is,
and listen, I'm jealous of the wife. I can't think of an open shut case of I get at least half of his $1 billion for
yes.
You know what I mean? I could be her divorce lawyer. I would be like, just look at the kiss cam at the Coldplay concert, Your Honor. Give my client is generous in only taking half his money.
Yes. I mean, by the way, the most obvious, before it went viral, my first thought was something that did become a joke later, where I thought, I can't believe Coldplay is playing stadiums. I had no idea they were playing stadiums. And then the joke was...
Coldplay's huge.
But not that big, but the joke became the guy was more embarrassed by the fact he got caught at a Coldplay concert than he did cheating on his wife. And I thought that was a pretty funny take.
That's true.
But still, I
like the idea of his wife being mad about you were cheating on me at a Coldplay concert. Just going crazy.
Come on, guys.
It was an Oasis reunion show.
I can't believe they're playing stadiums either, but I can't believe a lot of things.
Okay, I can handle you shitting on Coldplay, but you don't like Oasis either?
I never listened to him. Never liked him.
You will make references to like Dawkins deep cuts and shit, but you got a problem with Oasis?
Oh, Alone Again got me through many a heartbreak. God damn it! Do not shit on George Lynch, and I never really care about
I will fucking lynch Joel. I will lynch George Lynch. I don't give a shit.
My favorite thing though is honestly, I get it. They were in a moment and they panicked. But if they had just stood there, if they had literally just gone, oh, we're on the kiss cam, it would have cut away. Maybe someone would have recognized them in the stadium. Maybe not. But it would not have gone viral. If she hadn't held her face and he hadn't ducked, if they had just literally stood there and gone, oh, we're on camera, it all would have gone away. They brought this on themselves. It's funny, sad, and hilarious.
I mean, no, to be fair, whenever allegedly I'm cheating on my wife, I'm not expecting to get a fucking kiss cam in my face. You don't really plan for that. You got some drinks in you, you're in the moment. You don't plan for it. I'm sure if they would have had a conversation before the Coldplay show, like, all right, listen, I'm a tech billionaire and you're my side piece. Here's what we do if the kiss cam, like if they would have practiced, if they would have drilled, but they're not.
Why wouldn't they have? Aren't you supposed to?
Sudden, dude,
who goes to a concert with your side piece? You're supposed to go to a seedy motel out of the way that doesn't have security cameras, like a Ritz-Carlton would have security cameras. You're supposed to go cheat in little like 1 hour motels.
You sound like a man who's never cheated.
I never have. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, not on a woman I'm with. I'm talking in the past.
No. Wait. 1 second. I'm not bragging. I'm not bragging. I have said in the past that my biggest life regret is not cheating on any girl I was dating when I went to Japan and was hanging out with Filipino prostitutes. Like, I wanted to cheat.
I like the idea of you telling that to your kids on your deathbed. You know what I mean? My greatest regret. Listen, come close. It's hard for me to talk. My greatest regret in life is not cheating when I was in Japan.
It's not going to go like that. It's going to go like this. If you ever have a chance to be with a Filipino prostitute, I don't care what your situation is, you do it. Beep. That's what I'm going to give him the advice.
In life are the hookers you didn't take.
Exactly. I to this day, because I had been cheated on. My very first real love relationship, she cheated on me, and I said I will never do that to anyone. So in subsequent relationships, when I had an opportunity, I said no, I can't. I would feel bad, and then they dumped me, and I'm like, I wish I had cheated. Like it's my biggest regret. The Filipino prostitutes were just beautiful. They were just so gorgeous, and just I'm getting worked up thinking about it. I'm getting hot. I'm going into my past and beating myself up. If there was a time machine, yes, you go back, you kill baby Hitler. Yes, you go back and you kill baby Osama bin Laden. You buy stock in Apple, but you tell your younger self to buy the Filipino prostitute because you're going to live in regret. That's what you do with the time machine.
As I'm icing baby Hitler, I'm banging a chick in lederhosen and wooden shoes.
Yes. Anything else with the couple that got caught cheating, or are we done?
Good for him.
Good for him. Good for all of them. Good for the wife. It's going to make up.
He took your advice.
I love how, yes. I love how it knocked everything off the news. What I mentioned in passing. Come on, click over. New U.S. assessment finds American strikes destroyed only 1 of 3 Iranian nuclear sites, and they can be up and running. Were not badly damaged and may have been degraded only to a point where enrichment could resume in the next several months if Iran wants to. That should have been big news because, right after the strikes, the military said, yeah, we're not sure what we did, but the administration said, we destroyed everything. We sent that back years, decades. We destroyed everything. And now it is coming out official. It was just dick swinging. What did he want to distract us from at that time? There was something... Was it the Epstein Files back then? There was something that he wanted to see. I was distracted.
Was it the tariffs, the prices going up. What was
Probably because it came out of left field. It was Israel's bombing Iran. We're bombing Iran. Oh, there we go. But there was something in the news that got knocked off the front page by us. But it didn't do anything. It was just a chance to, to swing our dick.
I will say nothing makes a country want nukes like getting bombed by 2 different countries that don't even border them.
Yeah. Now they will have their defense plan.
Yeah, if only there was a president who had put a deal in place to keep this from happening. Maybe name rhymed with Shabama. Now we never had a guy like that. Never mind.
I was going to say
we never had a deal. We never had a nuclear deal.
If only there was a president that wasn't a black Democrat that orange presidents feel insecure around.
Tear it up. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well,
If
back
he'd
to
have
the
made one less roast joke at that fucking correspondence dinner, we could have avoided all of this.
I know the military's also thrown him under the bus a little. President was
I think
briefed on the
everybody is
Well-
as of lately.
Well, because the military, the quote is, "We were willing to go all the way, but the president did not want to." They said, "Look, we can bomb
right.
the unholy shit out of these things, and for whatever." And here's what I don't get, and I've talked about this in the past. One thing,
Sir, as a decorated 3-star general, I'm tired of playing a game of just the tip. I want to go all in on this fucking place called the Middle East. Yeah, they always say that.
They always say that.
They always say, yeah. Every general is going to want to. Yeah, I mean, it's the old term of like, you know, when you're a hammer, every problem's a nail. Those guys like, sir, we could bomb them more. Option A, pussy shit. Option B, what I do. That's what the fucking generals are always going to say.
He did. Oh, Sophie and Ken says it was because of the military parade. He did it in the past, though. That's the one I have consistently praised Trump for this. Yeah. In his first term, when it came to we had to respond to something, and he said, "Fuck it, kill Soleimani, kill General." Because they pulled like the movie The Simpsons, where they laid out 5 options and said, "Here, this is a kind of a soft response. This is a retaliatory. This is a compensatory. This is an extreme response." He said, "Go extreme. We're gonna fucking kill Soleimani," and I loved that. I will never stop praising him for killing Soleimani.
Hey man,
but this time he pulled back
without putting boots on the ground to like
whatever. But this time he pulled back. This time when they said we're willing to bomb more, he said, "Nah, just hit it once." We could have turned it all to glass.
Okay,
and look, I'm against the bombing, but if you're going to do it right. I'm against the bombing, but if you're going to do it, you might as well not pussyfoot around it.
They were reporting for weeks that we got the facilities, like we got.
The administration was saying that. The military came right out and said, "I don't think we got it." The military said, and the military is backing themselves up. The only intelligence agencies were saying we didn't get it. Trump and his cronies were the only ones saying we got it.
I guarantee you, however this got briefed to him, there's no fucking way that they told him, do you want to bomb them just a little? We might get 1 out of 3. Like, there's no way it was sold to him like that. You understand this, right? I did not think that I was going to be pushed into a corner of defending Trump on the Iran shit, but you managed to do it somehow. I
didn't think I'd be supporting bombing Iran, and I don't. But if you're gonna do it, go all out. It's like if you're a flasher, are you just gonna show the tip? Or are you just gonna like, hey, you're still going to jail, so you might as well just show the sack and the balls and everything. I like how you flashing is a metaphor for bombing Iran, by the way. That's pretty special.
That's right. I can't go within 200 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese because I got drunk and bombed Iran up against their glass. But to be fair, I was just trying to bomb Iran to one of the hot moms in there. It had nothing
just
to
a
do
mom. The kids were on
PCP.
The kids were friendly fire, civilian casualties.
Yeah, dude, it was all blurry to me. I thought it was a yoga class. You know what I mean? Women, you wear yoga pants everywhere now. You know, I get distracted. I don't know what's going on.
Did you just say going around? Because that would have been a good Freudian slip.
Yes, I did.
Oh. So what an odd moment. You're defending Trump. I'm defending bombing Iran. Who'd have thought we'd get here?
Yep. No, I guarantee it was sold to him as this will get all 3 nuclear facilities. That's why after it happened, he was like, we totally got all 3. You know.
All right. We'll get back to politics in a second. I just don't feel like jumping on the same thing we talked about last week, even though it's in the news again.
No, hey, man. Sophie and Ken made a good point with this. He never intended to destroy anything. He needed a strongman action to look tough. He gave around 3 days warning. Yeah, you don't give a country 3-day warnings if you're really trying to stop some shit, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it was literally just to knock something off the front page. It was wag the dog. It was a distractionary technique. Everybody saw it except his supporters. But let's not get into supporters just yet, because it seems like we hit the one thing they're not going to blindly follow along. I want to talk about something else really quick.
Yes, it was to distract from his failed military parade. Yeah, waste of money. They're saying cut everything. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Dateline, Thailand. Thai woman arrested for blackmailing monks with thousands of videos after sex. The Thai police have arrested a woman who
Give this woman a talk show. Give this woman a talk show. Bail her out. Dude, with the exchange rate, I mean, we could bail her out for like $57 US. Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, bail her out, give her a talk show. She should be on Netflix.
I forgot this. I wasn't even going to bring this up because I know what you're going to say. And you're right. You are right. I'm not going to. But my favorite word is here. Thai police have arrested a woman who allegedly had sexual relations with monks and then used photos and videos of the acts to extort money from them. So she has photos and videos of her having sex with these monks, but it's alleged. They still throw alleged in there to cover their asses because of the lawsuits that are out there against news sources.
She had smuggled or blackmailed enough money to hire R. Kelly's lawyer from the early 2000s. That's what happened.
Here's why I like this. Obvious joke is at least it was male monks and not little boys. But
yeah, see, it shows what a better religion Buddhism is than Catholicism, doesn't it?
Yes.
Huh? Their biggest scandal is, these filthy monks are having sex with age-appropriate women. Oh! Oh! Look away.
But that's what I want to talk about. Can we stop? Can we just stop pretending that humans don't like sex and that sex isn't fun and that if you're a monk or a priest or a holy man or whatever you are, just let everybody get married and have sex or just have sex. The idea that you have to take a vow of chastity in order to be holy, it fails over and over and over again. And like you just said, at least with these monks, as I just said, I mean, they did it right. They just went on the side and said, hey, there's this woman that's going to have sex with us. Oh, we got busted. Honestly, that's instead of blackmailing, right. They should have just said, yeah, I did it.
They were like, sometimes yoga is better than pussy, but not today. And they went right at it.
Because it goes with another thing I sent you. I sent you a Facebook post from Humans of New York. Are you familiar with Humans of New York?
No, and I am a human in New York.
Okay. It's a photographer. He goes around and takes pictures of people. He's got a book out.
This link. Sorry.
It's not a big deal. I can just read it to you right now. Humans of New York. It's a photographer that just goes around and takes pictures of people on the street and asks them their story. And they tell their story. And this is a woman he took a picture of, and she's just very honest. She goes, I'm a hoe. I love that fast money. And she talks about her trauma and her mom dying and how she got into hooking. She lives in a shelter, and the only way she can get money is through prostitution. But the line in here that I have to find, my favorite, that's my favorite. Okay, I'm not going to drop the N-bomb like she does, because she's my favorite are the Africans, the ones that come straight from Africa, that be on bikes for Uber Eats. They are my favorite because they're Muslim. And when you're Muslim, you can't have sex if it's not your wife. So the demand from African men is very up. And then she just transitioned to, is my life hard? I live in a shelter. But again, it goes to the fact that every fucking religion, you don't even, earlier I just said you have to, if you are going to be a holy man, every religion, Muslim men like, oh, I take a vow of chastity because I'm not allowed to, and then they go find a prostitute. Fuck religion. All religion should just say, hey, you know what? If it's two consenting adults, just get on with it. Just get on with it. It's just so silly, the hypocrisy.
Yeah, I mean, it's
see, and sex leads to kids screaming in the background of your podcast.
Oh, you can hear that? Yeah. See, I should have pulled out there. I should have been as this lady says in the post, a Muslim N-word. I should have been. Yes.
Oh, see, that's why at least you say you should have pulled out. Whenever my kids make noise or walk in on us or do anything, again, mine were created using in vitro fertilization. We actively made these little terrors that cost a ton of money. Rich says it's all about control, and he's absolutely right. I have a joke that I'm working on. I'm going to post it after this thing. I'm going to post the rough version on my YouTube after this. But as I continue it, I'm going to finish. It's all about control. Maybe it's about the burqa and how the burqa is designed for one thing, but basically it's about control. So yeah, it's controlling people. It's controlling women. Religion is about control.
Sometimes, I mean, I can't finish unless I'm wearing a burqa. I got a weird twist on my stuff.
You got a weird beekeeper fetish? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's right. I can't come unless I'm dressed like a character in Star Wars. It's
I
just,
want
it's what it is.
the I want the beekeeper danger without getting stung.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Should we jump back to the Epstein files? Again, the news. I love how, I mean, this path this has taken. Trump slams his own supporters for as weaklings for following what he now calls the Epstein hoax. And I love the fact that he released on Truth Social a post where, let me pull it up. I had it. He writes about, Comey wrote this and Biden wrote this and Hillary and the crooked Democrats. And his words, he goes, I can't believe, and my past, all caps, my past supporters have bought into this bullshit, hook, line, and sinker. But he puts bullshit in quotes. Does he not understand? Like, did he never see Austin Powers? Right. Like, he put bullshit in quotes. I love the fact that he's slamming his own, he's gaslighting them because they've always fallen for it. This is the one thing they are not falling for. They are not like just falling in. I do have a couple friends that are stupid and Trump supporters who are just falling in line and saying, well, Trump says it's all fake, so it is.
I mean, if his supporters are dumb enough to fall for it, then I mean, well, what are you talking about? Then you were dumb enough to fall for it. You talked about this for 4 years. You know,
yeah, he
you
ran on it
for 4 fucking years. So, like,
yeah.
Then you're also best case scenario. If what he's saying is true, then he's a dumbass, not a guy who's covering for sex offenders.
I want to know, because the left, no one that didn't vote for him can call him out on anything, because I again, one of my dumb Trump supporter friends views everything as an attack. Like, oh, they tried to get him for a quid pro quo, even though he was on the call saying, you find dirt, I'll release the, he looks at everything as an attack. So the only people that have to bring him, I don't want to say down on this, are his own supporters. They have to raise enough of a stink and say, hey, what you just said, Jake, you ran on this for 4 years.
That's what a lot of them are saying, man. I've been, not so much Fox, not so much like the mainstream, whatever, but most of the alternative media, most of the podcasters, most of
Nick
all
Fuentes
that,
just did.
Nick
Fuentes came out after him. Tim Pool fell in line like the good lapdog he is. He literally, people are posting him saying, hey, if Trump says there's no file, and then an old tweet of his that says,
look, if you got enough, he's a billionaire. If you got enough money, you're kind of on board with the Epstein shit not coming out. Let's be honest.
Tim Pool's not a billionaire. He's rich enough. I mean, he makes the bald podcaster that wears a hat.
I was thinking of somebody else.
Yeah, but it's a matter of.
Never mind.
Oh, Peter Thiel, the guy that funded the Hulk Hogan lawsuit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Tim Pool, Peter Thiel. I can see that. QAnon put out lies.
They don't rhyme at all. I'm just a moron and mixed them up.
No, QAnon put out lies that the report was full of Democrats. He bought into it hard. He had to know his name was in it also. Just ordered 1,000 FBI agents to scour the report for his name. Oh, that's funny. I didn't know that. But
he did do that. I see. I think it was more of like, he thought he would just be in there as like, I went with
he was on the planes
or whatever, what I think it was, and I probably said this last week, I think it's more the money guys were in there. I think the people who funded his election and maybe worked with him over the years. So I think it's one of three things, probably a combination of all three of these, right? He takes a look at the dudes on the videos, the dudes on the flight logs, whatever evidence they had. And he was like, oh my God, I owe this guy a bunch of money. Because as I've probably said, and as I've said many times on this podcast, the president is someone who gets paid $500,000 a year, right? For a 4-year job, sometimes 8, that takes about $250 million to $500 million to run for and win, right? So the numbers don't add up. We've systematically set these people up to be bribed. That's what it is. If you give a $10 donation to a candidate, $100, $1,000, that's a donation. If you're up in the millions, that's an investment, and you get something for that investment, right? So his investors were in there, or it was people who he's like, I've been a shady rich guy my whole life. This guy could bring me down. This guy knows where all the bodies are buried. he could fucking take me down as part of a plea bargain, right? Or it's he looked at the names, he's like, holy shit, that guy runs Raytheon. He could hire way better snipers than that fucking little incel in Butler. This man could snipe me from outer space. I'm closing this. I don't care how upset my supporters get. I think it was probably some combination of all three, because we know that Epstein was tied up with the intelligence agencies. You know what I mean? Like his financial groups in the 80s and all that he was running and funding and all that were doing Iran Contra type shit. You know what I mean? Kind of funding arms through different intelligence agencies over the world. I'm talking MI6, Mossad, shit like that. It all gets kind of murky in there. That is why he got that sweetheart deal when he got convicted of pedophilia
in Florida,
in the early aughts. Yeah. He, Acosta's basically the line was he belongs to intelligence, right? So I think there's a lot of that going on. I don't think we'll ever know the full extent of it, because it's, people are keeping that shut.
You don't, because, well, that was the other thing I was going to bring up. You don't think we'll ever see, because Senate Republicans block Democrats' resolution to release Epstein Files. Democrats, I said his supporters have to really push him on this, but Democrats can still keep pushing to have it released, and the more Republicans block it, the worse they will look. So yeah, I thought that was fascinating that Democrats put it forward.
They're going to lose primary, or they're going to lose seats over this. Maybe in the primaries if they're in a ruby red district. Maybe in the general election if it's a purple district. Yeah, I mean, people are going to lose seats over this on the right, because Democrats are making them. They're making them sit in it. I mean, they're pushing them to a vote.
Well, I mean, that's a year away. So depending on
it's a year away, dude. But this is big, man. I and anything short of this, I'd be like, it's too far out. They'll forget about it. They'll be yelling about immigration or whatever, but which they will be. But this is going to come up. This is going to come up.
Maybe there'll be another caravan.
Right, another caravan. but there's still the video of the Rules Committee voting this week, and all the Republicans' names being read, voting no, that they won't even allow this to be voted on the House floor, and that is going to cost them.
Now, do you think Democrats are smart enough? Because my answer is generally always no, because they're fucking dumb as shit, to make those ads like in districts where it's running, like, oh, here's dipshit saying no to releasing the ad in his district. Do you think they're going to? Yeah,
because this isn't just something that Democrats are. I mean, the Republicans are more pissed off about this than Democrats, honestly, because here's what's going on, man. You know how on the left, it's going to sound shitty, but on the left, people tend to, if they're like losing an argument or they're trying to cover up for something shitty that someone on the left did, they go, well, but at least they're not a Republican because their policies are racist, sexist, homophobic, against poor people. Right. It's like whatever shitty thing we do,
that's their default.
We're at least helping the disenfranchised, whoever that group may be, like all disenfranchised people. Like that's kind of, then it's like, well, whatever shitty thing, it's at least not those guys, because and there's some truth to it, sure, but Republicans used to have that with religion, and some of them still do. They go, well, at least we're on the side of God, and we're not these godless heathens. It works if you're super religious, right? But they also, that started to kind of slip with them, and they got this new thing, especially with the Epstein stuff and other conspiracies, the Pizzagate, whatever, where they go, well, the Democrats are all evil, Satan worshiping pedophiles, right? Or they're at least being run by them.
That's off the table now.
That's off the table now. So they're going, well, wait a minute, man. We put up with a lot of shit from you, Mr. Grab him by the pussy, Mr. been found liable for sexual assault, Mr. bragging about going into the dressing room of underage beauty contestant pageants. We've put up with a lot from you. And it's because you were going to release this list of the evil Democrat run Satan pedophiles or whatever. But now
you didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you're calling us morons for wanting that. And so it's like you're now in that.
Eddie is calling them morons. Yeah. Sophie and Ken put up the lawsuit. I didn't even pull up that article. suing the Wall Street Journal to have them not release an article on the note he wrote to Epstein for his birthday. That's a big one. The fact that I'm going to tie this into the couple at Coldplay. Had he just let the Wall Street Journal release the article, it would have been noise. The angry people would have been attracted to it. His defenders would have defended him.
He could have just said more fake news. He could have just said more shitty liberal fake news, and they would have. Honestly, a lot of his supporters probably wouldn't even bought that. I mean, they're pissed about this Epstein shit, man. And they should be. They should be. They fucking should be.
Everyone should be. And that's why I love the one consistent I've seen from Democrats is the talking point from the right. Oh, there are Democrats on the list too, and the Democrats are saying, yeah, we'll put them in jail too. Yeah, we're not going to defend our own.
Absolutely. I thought they would have been too scared to do it because I was like, well, for 4 years, Biden didn't have this, which it is. I get there's a little bit of hypocrisy with the Democrats having to pretend. Do we just found out Epstein is his name? Epstein. Did you know? Did you? Oh my God. I just Googled this man.
Hey, they get to pretend he was senile for those 4 years and that he didn't know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we promised last week to talk about something that we completely forgot to talk about. There's a documentary on HBO called The Mortician. I told Jake flat out, I tried watching it. I didn't get invested. I just didn't care.
How could you not be interested in this, man?
It was just so over the top. Like, my grandpa died and they just gave me the ashes. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Dude, I'm a horrible person. You have to give it a minute. You have to give it a minute. Like what these guys were doing was truly ghoulish. And
go tell us.
Okay. So this guy, let me just start by saying I kind of agree with his philosophy. For me, right? His philosophy is when you're dead, you're dead. Whatever. I agree with that. It did not bother me seeing dead bodies when I was overseas. As long as it's somebody I don't know, it's just meat I don't want to eat. Right. That's it.
Bad bacon.
You know? Yeah, honestly, dead bodies look even less real in real life than they do in the movies. They kind of there's like bloating that happens.
Yeah, they blow it up.
They look rubber. Yeah, honestly, if most of the dead bodies I've seen, except for the ones that died super recent before I saw them, if you put it in a movie, you'd be like, this is the shittiest like 1970s low budget thing. Like it wouldn't look real, Right. So I don't care what happens to me when I'm dead. That said, what these guys were doing was they were putting a whole bunch of bodies in the incinerator at once, and then they were burning them. But if
seems cost effective,
it seems very cost effective, which is why they were doing it. But if you would have kept watching, what they were doing was nuts. It gets nuttier and nuttier what they were doing. Like it wasn't just, let's put a bunch in there at once. It was like,
do you want to say spoiler alert and then tell us? Spoiler alert, Jake's going to tell us what the Mortician.
The Mortician, it's been out for a bit. If you haven't seen it, pause this podcast, like and subscribe, but then come back and watch it after you've watched all 3 episodes instead of getting bored after 10 minutes and deciding I don't want to watch it because it's very, very good. No, this guy hired like crackheads who were like gang members that had just gotten out of prison to fucking burn the body. And they would have content. They would smoke crack and have contests to see who could stack the most in the oven. And they would like break the bones and all that to fucking get them in there. They were doing wild shit. It wasn't just, let's
that I like.
A bunch at once. Yeah, you should have kept watching. I don't know. Like, what do you
Maybe lead with that. Did you read Chandler Bing's book?
Chandler Bing. No, I don't read. I watched
Matthew Perry. He opened his book with, my intestine exploded and I was about to die. My drug overdose. Matthew Perry from Friends. You open strong and then you build to what got you there. They should have opened with, how did we get to crackheads putting bodies having contests to stack bodies in? Let's find out. Because the way they opened, I just sat there like, I don't care. We got this grandma crying because I don't care. I have no heart.
Wait,
I'm a cold-hearted sociopath.
I have to know, how long did you watch before you shut it off?
I don't remember. I don't know.
All right. I will only accept
the tone
if you were really drunk. So you just didn't like the music and you turned it off?
No, that's the overall filming of this is so serious. Yeah. This is important documentary. Like, just tell me what happened. You don't have to build up the seriousness of it. I'll decide whether or not it's serious.
Yeah, but they keep revealing more and more shit. This guy was fucking nuts, man. He killed 3 people.
Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah, because you didn't watch it. I'm telling you, he can do the end of the doc. All right, way spoiler alert. This is one of the dumbest men I have ever fucking seen. Okay, he's the dumbest. As he's going, you learn more and more shit about what he was doing. He wasn't just stacking a bunch and burning them to cut down on cost, right? He was also taking their organs out and selling them on the black market. He was
good for him.
Dude, he was crushing their teeth to get the gold fillings out and then melting it down and selling the gold. He was like a crackhead with copper pipings in a building with these people. It was nuts.
All right. Okay. You brought me back. If I knew that, I would have gotten past Nana and her like. Meh.
Yeah, I know you hate the elderly, but I'm telling you, once you fast forward past the old lady, it gets good, man. There's a lot that happened. It's also he got the funeral home handed to him, right? And it's showing the guy's mom.
Nepo baby, Nepo funeral, Nepo funeral. He didn't earn it. He didn't earn the
And they're like, pit. Oh, the mom was this lady who ran the funeral home really well and all this. And most of this dude's money wasn't even coming from his funeral home directly. What he was doing is
it was from the organs.
Well, it was from the organs. It was from all that stuff. But he also realized that most funeral homes don't have their own cremation thing in there. They outsource it. So what they were doing, and this is in the 80s, this is 80s prices now. They were driving the bodies to a crematorium, paying like anywhere from $200 to $400 to have them cremated and then driving them back. He was like, I'm going to get ex-college football players to go pick the bodies up, drive them here. I'm going to charge them $50. You know what I mean? And I'm going to pick the bodies up. So what he was doing,
volume pricing. Yes, that's how you do it. Volume pricing.
He was doing like Walmart. He was just driving this hearse, this giant van, basically, to a bunch of funeral homes and having them just here, throw all your bodies in here. What you were driving each one and paying, $300-400 for, I'll drive to you. You pay me $50 a pop, and then I drive back. So most of his business was actually coming from other funeral homes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Other funeral homes. That's fine. Because I was going to say, I hate to victim blame, but if he's telling, people that he only charges $50, maybe they should look into it. So, if he's offering a discount to
cremations that often, who's sitting there going, wait a minute now, I get someone burned at least once a month. You're telling me it's only if you're just a regular dude, you don't know that. And dude, to be fair, he was probably charging most of the people that came directly to his funeral home full fucking price, man. They don't know the difference.
Yeah, that's true. And then he would just.
And it was a nice funeral home. It'd been there for a long time. Like, dude, it was in Pasadena. It was a nice part of California. It was a super classy funeral home. It was good, man.
Spoiler alert. How did he get caught? I'm curious.
He got caught because somebody did, like you said, kind of price them. And I believe it was actually a dude who was taking someone there, like not a funeral home guy, and was like, how come everyone else is charging this, but you're charging this? Or somehow he got wind of the price, because I was shocked he went this long without people finding out, because I think the other funeral homes must have known he's doing something kind of under the table for this, because what I didn't realize was that when you cremate somebody, it takes about 2 hours. And it's not even just the burning. What it is you have to let the thing cool enough that you can collect it, right?
Okay.
So he was saying, and the dude's being interviewed throughout this whole fucking thing, because he served some time, a long time in prison, but he's out now. So he's being interviewed, and he basically was like, look, I had 2 ovens. I could burn one person in each one and take 2 hours, or I could put 10 or 15 in there and it would take 2.5 hours. Right. So it was just a numbers thing. And
I mean,
yeah, he eventually got burnt because he got caught because his crematory, there was a fire in there, probably the crackheads, and it burns down. Right. And so instead of just going, hey, with all this money I've made, why don't I just pay my crackheads to just smoke a bit of crack? And then I rebuild my funeral home and then whatever. No, he rented a warehouse that just had kilns in it. You know what I mean?
Oh
like
my
giant
God.
and then he was just stacking hundreds of them in there at once. And the old man who supervised that place, the old guy who ran that fucking warehouse that had the kilns in there, was a World War II vet that liberated Auschwitz. And he walked in there and was like, well, that's a smell I never thought I'd smell again after Auschwitz. What are you guys making in there? And then one of the crackheads was like, we're making pottery. And he's like, that ain't pottery. and dude, they brought the cops in there when they had like fucking 100 people in there at once.
Jake?
Yeah.
I fucked up. I should have continued watching. I'm going on record. I fucked up.
Good. Because dude, you got to watch the rest of this.
I will go back.
It's fucking wild in the second couple episodes. And you know what? If you're going to watch it, I'm not even going to tell you what happens in the last scene. I'm not even going to tell you what happens with his parents. I just know This is the dumbest man that has ever lived. And just you'll see why as it goes. Even the stuff I said right now, that's not why he's the dumbest man.
All right.
There's two things that make him the dumbest man that I didn't even say.
Well, we will talk about it next week.
Yeah.
I will leave you with this. I have nothing for or against Billy Joel. I do not seek him out. I do not like... I would have liked to have seen him live just because I heard it's a good show. Last night, my wife and I watched part 1 of the Billy Joel documentary on HBO. Immensely watchable. Good storytelling. Really? Yeah, I mean, because I don't want to go in saying, oh, I hate Billy Joel and it turned me around. I don't hate him. I like him as a person. I get the catchiness.
No, wait,
I just
pause real quick. What you're telling me is the Billy Joel doc about a musician you don't give a shit about was more entertaining to you than crackheads grave robbing?
It opened well. That's why. No, but it I will tell people that for completely different reasons, polar opposite end reasons. You've got the mortician on one end, which Jake just described. I'm not going to tell you anything about the Billy Joel doc because there's nothing to tell. It's a kid who grew up. He had struggles. He's a piano player. But it's just really well done. So I am recommending the Billy Joel documentary. I've only seen part 1. It's long. It's 2 hours and 15 minutes for part 1. And the next part 2 drops next Friday. I just found it immensely watchable. And it's odd because I do that from time to time. Bruce Springsteen. I don't have anything against him. I don't search him out. I dancing in the dark. I'll change the station.
I like some Springsteen. Like the big hits, I'm kind of tired of.
Yeah.
I've heard of my whole life, but dude, when you get in the albums, it's
But his Netflix special on Broadway, I could not love that more. It's just fantastic. So I that's why like
even when he does the stripped down version of Born in the USA. And he's talking about his friends that he played music with and fucking died in Vietnam after getting drafted. And then you actually listen to the words. You know what I mean? It's such a just sort of a catchy tune, and it's on commercials.
Oh, that's why I love it when
rah
right wingers get caught using it. Yeah,
listen to the words, and it's like, oh, this is an anti-war song.
Yeah, absolutely. But I bring that up as an example of I will take things that I don't like seek out like oh, this is my favorite artist. I gotta like Bono. I love U2. His book was boring. I wouldn't recommend it. Sure. And then I tried watching his one-man show on Apple. I didn't finish that. I gave it a good 40 minutes. And I'm just like, I'm not into this. It's weird how that works. I love U2. I couldn't watch it. I just didn't find it interesting. I just want the product. Bruce Springsteen, don't always love the product. Fucking absolutely recommend his Netflix special, everyone. Billy Joel can take or leave. Absolutely recommend the HBO
now
doc.
I kind of want to go listen to some like Billy Joel deep cuts because Springsteen is one of those guys. I'll put like AC/DC in this category where I really don't like the massive hits. Maybe I've just heard them too much since I was a zygote. Maybe I just but Elton John's in this category. There's like deep cuts of these guys that are fucking amazing. But I just like, dude, Crocodile Rock makes me want to stick a gun in my mouth.
And
but,
everyone
like,
else's
the
mouth.
Pilot is fucking amazing. Love Lies Bleeding, one of the best fucking songs ever written. But like, you'll never see it in a movie. You'll never see it in a commercial. Like, it's fucking amazing. Just the riff of the whole thing, like just the guitar riff and all that. Springsteen's Backstreets by Springsteen. Oh,
yeah, much better than Dancing in the Dark. That's why I use Dancing in the Dark as an example. It doesn't. And I'll go. We'll sign off. I'll go full, snobby dick asshole here. I like Brian Johnson. I like the Brian Johnson era, but there's something about Bon Scott, AC/DC that just like that. Bon Scott for me was
But
AC/DC.
I hate the song "Highway to Hell." But
I like it. I like Bon Scott.
Like great.
Other stuff on
the rest of the
Touch
album,
Too
Highway
Much.
to Hell.
Oh,
Touch
great.
Too Much is the shit, dude. If you want blood, there's great ones on there.
All right. I have been Nathan Timmel. You can find me at nathantimmel.com. I have everything about me on there. T-shirt store, books on Amazon, special called Unapologetic on YouTube. Jake can be found at symbol, push down shift and hit number 2 at Jake Vevera, Vevera. You'll find him on all the social media that way. It's always his name, at Jake Vevera. And he has his own special.
Click the like button. Love it.
Yeah, there. Thank you, Tired of Liars. He worked as a locksmith for about 3 years, was the best locksmith he'd ever met when he decided to sell his business. Yeah, I don't know why they treat their best employees like shit. A lot of employers do that. Unalived by Dog Pills is Jake's special on YouTube. And as soon as this drops, you can go over to my YouTube page in about 5 minutes. I am dropping the rough version of the joke I am working on that we discussed earlier in the program. Rich, thank you. You have a good weekend as well. Ultra, have a good weekend. Tired, everyone have a good weekend. Sophie and Ken, goodbye, good guy, goodbye. We will talk to you next week. Jake, next Saturday work for you? I think I'm good next Saturday.
Oh, it doesn't for me. Amy's got to work that day, so I'll be stuck with the kids at this time. I could either go super early that day or like late at night or something.
We will just watch for us, everyone. I will post an update as to when we are going to make this happen. All right.
Let's go smoke crack and burn some bodies.